Good afternoon, everyone. Can you hear me okay? All right, so thank you, Quanta, so much. I am Dawn Bolton. I go by many names, Coach Bolton, Dr. B, Miss Bolton, Mama Bolton, but it's all love to me. So whatever you know me as, feel free. Let's see. I'm a teacher at Renfroe Middle School, and I've been there more years than I care to say right now. And I'm a member of the Beacon Hill for Black Alliance. I'm a little nervous. Beacon Hill for Black Alliance for Human Rights, and I am the chair of the Education Committee. I'm a Decatur resident, and most importantly of all, I'm a mother, a proud mother of a beautiful, eat the mic, guys, a beautiful and phenomenal 10-year-old daughter. Today I'm here with a group of inspiring people just to share some knowledge to all of you willing to hear it. And I know we said that we were going to talk, I was going to talk about the monument, something that we talked about a little earlier. It's not a monument, it's a relic. And so the place that we're standing today serves as a focal point for our conversations. This cannon is a relic of the Indian War. And it might be more accurate to say that it's a relic of a war on Indians, because this cannon played a part in that war. As Mark Piper said in his Decatur Native publication, this cannon was used on frequent occasions to celebrate weddings and local celebrations. So it was cherished by many. But was it cherished for its role in that war? The role to take away a people, a culture, and a space that the Creek Indians lived in for thousands of years. This cannon is a reminder to all that are willing to acknowledge it of the role it played in the genocide of the Native Americans in Georgia. This cannon is a symbol of the fact that a war was waged to abolish every Creek Indian in Georgia by banishment or by death. That's what the cannon stands for. An annihilation of people for profit and gain. It's a part of Decatur's history. That's undeniable. But it's a part of history that we should learn from. Today, Decatur represents a place of diversity, rich culture, forward-thinking and progressive people. So we have to consider whether this cannon and what it stands for is what we want in the center of our space, this place, this time, this beautiful community, as a reminder of the travesty that smothered the Creek Nation from Georgia, people who resided here for thousands of years. So going into teacher mode. In our schools, and right here in the city schools of Decatur, we focus on weaving the IB profile traits into our curriculum, into our daily instruction. So IB is set up to grow our young people into people who can compete globally, academically, socially, and politically. So I think there are 8 traits. They include open-mindedness, caring, thinkers, knowledgeable. But the one that I find myself focusing on most frequently is principle. The International Baccalaureate Organization describes a principled person as one who acts with integrity and honesty, with a strong sense of fairness and justice and respect and dignity for the individual, groups, and communities. And I tell my kids, it means having the courage to do what's right just because you know it's right, regardless of who's watching. We have to be principled enough to make honorable decisions. In 1906, the Daughters of the Confederacy may have deemed the cannon worthy of this position based on their histories, and their legacies. But today, we have to remove the blinders and stand for more than just our personal needs. We need to stand for what's right and just and respectful for all lives, of all people.
Yes.
Thank you. So now I'm going to transition into our next part, and as I do that, I want to stop and take a moment to speak to the youth. We all know that there are so many things that occupy your minds and distract you as you're trying to go about this business of what it means to live a life. But I implore you to keep your eyes open and don't lose sight of the power that you offer to the fight for fairness and justice, respect and dignity for yourself, your family, your friends, and your community. In the words of a dear friend of mine, Molly Davis, we need you. We see you and the passion that you have inside. We saw it in the work you did to remove the Confederate monument that's no longer blocking our view. And I want you to know that we as the adults in your lives and in your community, we're here to help. We're here to teach you what we know. And one thing I can assure you, we will not let you stand alone. So, keep believing in yourself, your wisdom, and your power. Continue to ask those uncomfortable questions, and more importantly, continue to demand the answers that you deserve. Thank you guys for listening, and I'm going to pass it back to Fanta.